today. Hey everyone. Good evening. I'm making shrimp with butter sauce. So I'm making a butter sauce. Now the shrimp, they're already cooked. So the shrimp are already cooked. So I really don't have to put them in until I'm finished. And I really just have to put them in, stir them around, and take them off the eye. So I have butter. I have shrimp already cooked shrimp. I have some obey here. I don't have as many elements as what I usually have. I have some ground black pepper. Okay. And what else I have up here? Um, okay, I'm gonna put some more seasoning here. Oh, this oregano. What is this? Smokehouse maple. What's this? Some onion powder. So really, I'm missing the onion. Lord, I should have put that in first. Black pepper, onion powder. I don't think it's any garlic powder here. I have some onion powder. Alrighty. Oh, here it is. It's a garlic powder. Quite a bit of garlic powder. And I'm also going to add some garlic to this. You know what I'm missing? Some onion. And I'm also going to cook some rice tonight. And you know what I want to talk about is where those hurricanes coming from over there on the shore in the Pacific. Because hurricanes and tornadoes usually don't come the Pacific way. They usually don't. I got some Tonys. Now I could make a crab bowl if I had the right thing. They usually come off of the Pacific coast. Yeah, I also use some Tonys. And they usually come off the Pacific, not the Pacific, but the Atlantic coast. But for some reason, they're coming off of, okay, I don't see any onions. I don't have any onions. A little lemon juice. Now I took a lemon out somewhere. Into this is a little lemon juice. Oh, here it is. Well, what is coming off of the Pacific coast? Now, when a hurricane or a tornado comes, it is usually releasing oxygen into the air and increasing our oxygen. Now, what can make all that stuff come that way? Darlene's hypothesis. Darlene's hypothesis. Where do I think the hurricane is coming from and why? Well, you know the earth has layers, and it has molten lava locked around that sphere. That sphere never melts. But I forgot what that molten lava was. I think it's a mixture of metals. And if it's a mixture of gases, I don't know. But I really think that it is coming from the volcano. That's like a big burst of oxygen, another big burst of oxygen, and another big burst of oxygen. Every time a windstorm coming, it comes from the Pacific. They didn't say it was coming off of Europe coast. They just was saying it was forming in the Pacific and between the islands. Get my hypothesis now. I want you to hear my hypothesis. Jesus, sorry. So they said it's forming in the Pacific, and these storms just keep coming out of the Pacific. Like I said, it's unusual because around Africa shore is where most of the oxygen is released, and it is released in the Atlantic. But in the Pacific, all these hurricanes and storms and winds keep coming. And so here, listen to my hypothesis. My hypothesis is that it's coming from the volcano. That's my hypothesis because molten lava comes from deep in the ground. And around that sphere is all this molten rock, all kind of gases. So my hypothesis is that the gases and the storms are coming from the volcano. That's my hypothesis. And I'm no scientist, but I feel like it's all coming from the volcano. What do you think? That's my hypothesis. Yeah, I said, better cook these shrimp before they get freezer burn. That's my hypothesis that in Hawaii, that volcano was erupting. And the volcano, it produces different gases. Don't it produce different gases? Dangerous gases. But I keep thinking that somehow, I forgot that, yeah, it produces dangerous gases. You can't go near a volcano because it got dangerous gases in it. Well, it produces dangerous ash, and I think it produces dangerous gases. You just got to look it up. But that is my hypothesis. My hypothesis is exactly what I said. I really believe that the gases are coming from that volcano. But it's strange because only bad gases come from volcanoes. That's what I heard. Only the bad gases. But this is oxygen. They've been hit by a couple of storms. They've been hit this winter with a whole lot of them. And they said it's global warming. And they did show us that was some kind of big hole in the atmosphere over, I think it was the South Pole or the North Pole, this big giant hole over the atmosphere. But the atmosphere, out there is carbon dioxide. This is storm after storm after storm. Okay, that's global warming. You think maybe the earth is reacting to global warming? I mean, by releasing more oxygen. Because we don't have that many songs in the Pacific. They did have tidal waves and stuff. That was many generations ago. And I want to know what you think of volcanoes. Really, I do. Because they release molten lava from the earth, but they usually come up where there's always land masses. And I heard about this one volcano, they said was coming up where there is no land mass. Which is unusual because volcanoes usually come up where land has already been okay, volcanoes usually come up where land is already there. You very rarely see a volcano coming up where there is no land mass. But they said a volcano over there uh, in Europe is coming up where there is no land mass. No land mass. No land mass. So I don't know. But it is global warming. I know that the more holes in the atmosphere, the more storms and hurricanes we're going to get. Okay. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. I believe that. But do you think it's the hole in the atmosphere of the volcano that is producing all these storms in the Pacific? Well, some people say, well, oh Lord, this stuff cooking. Get off the ass cooking. I finally finished the shrimp and here they are. But some people say, well, I think some of them got freezer burn. One of them do. I think some of them do. This one, I think it do. So I don't know. Well, it could be that it's the atmosphere, but what is all this stuff from the volcano? Okay, I believe it's the atmosphere that is making it do that. Okay, the holes in the atmosphere, that's what's producing it. But in a way, let me do this. In a way, I was thinking that volcano. You think that those storms is a way, because I know when they come out off of the Atlantic, it's how the earth gets its oxygen. And I know that over there in Africa, there is this area where the water is mostly oxygen. I don't know if it's what is it? It's H2O. I don't know if it's O2 and H1. I'm not a scientist, people. Or if it's O3. But I know okay. I know that, and I'm also trying this. What this is? See if you can see this. It's ready to use. All right. I'm also trying this. Okay. So I really don't know what it is, but I know right off of Africa shores where we get all our oxygen from on this earth. But the Pacific has had bunches of hurricanes, windstorms over and over again. And the question is for me, my hypothesis at first was that it was coming from that volcano, all that volcanic activity over there. But the volcano releases bad gases. But then there's a hole in the atmosphere. And maybe the earth is filling, not the earth as a human or whatever. Jesus Christ, he made this earth. Maybe the earth is filling, I was about to say, I said maybe the earth is feeling the loss of oxygen in the South Pole. And storms um, are forming, you know, to help the earth. Maybe that's it. I don't know. See what this bag says. It says how much water? It said just cook the pouch for 2.5 minutes, no water. Okay. Oh, cookies. Oh. uh, okay. That's what I mean. Maybe the earth, oh, is feeling the escaping oxygen and releasing more. You think that? That's my hypothesis. What's a hypothesis? That's my hypothesis without scientific proof or anything. See, that the earth is releasing more oxygen. Right. It's either because of global warming and the earth feels the escaping oxygen or it's releasing more oxygen to heal. The earth is releasing more oxygen to heal up that, or too much is escaping, but that the earth feels what happens And that's why we're getting all these tornadoes. But you think that daggone thing, that hole been there for years. Yeah. How long that hole been in the atmosphere? Who knows? Because they don't tell us everything. So and they most certainly didn't tell us about no hole in the atmosphere. No, they did not. So I can't tell you how long it's been there. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I can't tell you how long that hole's been there. Just that it has been there. Because they don't, like I said, they don't let us know everything that's going on. Ooh, this stuff is hot. They don't tell us everything that's going on. We might and might not know what's going on. And they don't tell us everything about global warming. They told us about that whole never. I never heard of it. Never seen pictures of it. No, I never have. But it's there. Looking for some findings. Oh, some findings. Yeah, it's there. It's there. Everybody know it's there now. It's no secret anymore. But I never heard of that hole. I never have. A hole in the atmosphere. All I remember, Lord, I thank you for this day. Goodness, mercy, and kindness. Mighty name of Jesus. America, Russia, and China was exploding a whole bunch of nuclear weapons above ground. And then all of a sudden they stopped. I didn't know they stopped because of a hole in space. All we know is that they just stopped. Uh, That's all I know is that they stopped exploding things, exploding those nuclear bombs, and we never knew why. Other than the arms war, they said the arms war, but I guess it was a hole in space and it just didn't want us to. Man, I ain't never seen that before. I saw it up there on the news. I have never seen a picture of a hole in space like that. A hole in the atmosphere. Now they're showing us. Now they're showing us all kind of holes in the atmosphere, and what are we gonna do about it? They want us to stop global warming, stop this, stop that. Well, nobody's exploding nuclear weapons as far as I know. And so I guess more holes that come in the atmosphere, I suppose, the more tornadoes we're going to get, and hurricanes, and wind, and oxygen coming out of places that it usually don't come from. But at first, I did think it was a volcano because that hole been there, and we've never seen oxygen um, released like that before. Pacific. New land coming up. Well, this whole earth belongs to Christ, which we understand that, and we all are just in heaven anyway, or part of heaven. We're not all the way in there, but it makes you wonder. That oxygen just coming and coming and coming, and I'm gonna look on the news and see if any more is coming. Just bunches of oxygen. That's all. That's all the hurricanes is on the Atlantic side. It's just oxygen being released. You know, it's oxygen being released onto the earth. That's why we get all those tornadoes, those hurricanes. Not tornadoes, but hurricanes from the Atlantic. And I've never seen a lot of hurricanes come from the Pacific. And they saying it's because of global warming, it's because of that hole. Well, that hole been there. And we didn't see all this. We did see global warming. We saw plenty of Indian summers. Indian summers are, you have summertime in the winter. And they used to call it, when I was young, they called it Indian summers. Yeah, they called it Indian summers. And they told you, don't dress like it's warm, like it's summertime, because it's pneumonia weather. Let me taste this rice. I don't know. Mm. Is this stuff to be kept in the refrigerator? And so we have had a lot of Indian summers lately. That's global warming. But all those hurricanes, oh Lord, this is too old. I'm making this stuff and it's old. All right. But all those hurricanes and floods and no hurricanes. All those hurricanes coming out of that shore. I don't know what to say about that because, like I said, it usually is for one purpose. These hurricanes are for one purpose, and that's to release oxygen on this earth. But I don't really know what's it all about. But my hypothesis is that those hurricanes are coming from that volcano, and those hurricanes are coming to replenish the air supply because of that hole. I think it's a volcano because that hole been there. And Hawaii have never seen, I mean, California never seen all of that. They usually just see earthquakes. They never seen all those tornadoes, and that haven't happened in years and years. And way back when they happened, that volcano was there and it was active. And I think that was before, that was when America, I don't know, sometime, I didn't look it up. You can look it up. That volcano was there and it was active. Eat some shrimp and pineapple. I didn't throw out the mango. But that's my hypothesis, right? And you know the Lord controls everything. But I think that hello, the turds in the sky is the weather. When we cold and we hot and when we the Indian summer. And I think the hurricanes are coming from the volcano. Because where the volcanoes start? I know we got molten lava just rolling around in the earth, rolling around that sphere. And when it comes up, it's usually all kind of strange gases. But see if you got any diamonds in the soil, honey. Check the soil for diamonds. But I know when it comes up, or for jewels, I know when it comes up, it brings up killer gases, ash, oxygen. That really sound far out there. But I'm guessing that the hurricanes are coming from the volcano. That's my hypothesis. Now, if it's coming from global warming, I don't know. And that whole big hole at the top of the earth, that's just not good. They say that the sun is melting the ice. But I'm not no scientist. I never tried to find out, uh, I don't know, what kind of gases are coming through that hole at the top of the earth. People, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And thank you for listening to my hypothesis. Like, subscribe, and tune into my channel.